Namo dasa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo dasa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo dasa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So today we are in the page number 298, 295, Akusalāni, page number 295. Ahiri, paragraph number 387 and 388. So the Ahirika Anodapa Nede Sesu Ahirika Anodapa. In the detailed description of the Ahirika Anodapa, moral shame and moral shamelessness and moral dreadlessness. Hirodapa Nede Sa Vipriya Yena Atho Viridabo. The meaning should be noted. So, in the opposite manner of the description of the moral shame and moral dread. Vipariyayena in the opposite manner. Vipariyaya and Nepariyaya is a different, very much different. Pariyayena indirectly, Nepariyayena directly. So here is a Vipariyayena in the opposite manner. Okay, in the opposite manner that of detailed description on the Hiri Odapa. Because Hiri Odapa we have done in the akusalāni Kusala session. So if we want to understand about the Ahirika Anodapa, we just look back Hiri Odapa and then understand the meaning in the opposite manner of the Hiri Odapa. So as we discussed before, Hiri Odapas are Loka Pala Dhamma, guardian of the world. Ahirika Anodapa is Loka Nasaka Dhamma, Loka Nasaka, so destroyer of the world. Then Sajada Dhammi Subhana Akampanati Niva Ahirika Balan Anodapa Balan Viridabam. So Ahirika and Anodapas are categorized under the category of Bala. Okay, in the list of the Bala, we have Ahirika Bala, Anodapa Bala. So why? In which sense? The sense is Agambanatina, Agambanata. So in the sense of unshakable, in the sense of being unshakable. So in the Sajada Dhamma, in the Dhammas that are right together. So that should be noted, Viridabam. So sometimes you may say, Ahirika, shamelessness, and Anodapa, dreadlessness, why they are counted as a Bala? Because when they arise in our mind, when Ahirika or Anodapa arise in our mind, we these Ahirika and Anodapa so remain makes other dhammas stronger, because they is also remain in the Sajada Dhamma family and with the steadiness. So that's why it is called Bala. So let's go to the 389, paragraph number 389. Loba moha nede sesu. So Because loba and moha never be explained, discussed or explained before. So here, commentator explain. Lobadidi lobo. Lobadi, luba. The root is a loop. Loop. Lobadidi lobo. To lobadi. Nobody is it attached or it tends to attach or it tends to crave for. So here in the in Myanmar we translate as lo jindai, lo jindai, lo jinda. So desire for something or crave for something. That's why it is
wanting something.
Yeah, want. Yeah, want. To want something. Tends to want. That's why it is called loba. Loba tends to want something. So that is katu sadhana, as we understand before. So the Dhamma can be interpreted in three ways. Loba. So ultimate realities as a katu sadhana, karana sadhana, or bhava sadhana. Here, only katu sadhana is given here, but possible. Lobanakara, suppose loba is a lobanakara. So the manner of wanting, manner of a craving for something, this is called lobana. So the Buddha in the Dhammasaṅgaṇīpāḷi, if you look together with the Dhammasaṅgaṇīpāḻi, it would be better. So loba, lobo, lobana, lobitadam, sarogo, and so on. The Buddha explain different aspects of the loba. So in order to make listeners understand the loba and from the every aspect. Lobana di lobana karo akara mena. So the next one is loba sambiyuddha chitam ugalo wa lobido. Loba sambiyuddha chitam ugalo wa lobido. So to explain the word lobidadam, okay, lobidadam. So firstly, lobidadam we have to divide the lobida plus the da surface. So lobida means what? Loba sambiyuddha chitam or bugalowa. So it means lobida here means loba sambiyuddha chitta, the chitta that associated with the loba. Or lobida means a person who is with the loba, who is greedy. Okay, so that person is also called loba. So lobida here refer to a person or a chitta. Chitta that associated with the loba, and also pogala person who is with the loba is called lobida. Lobidasa bhava lobidadam. That is, dada is a bhava surface. We have to understand. Surface in the sense of a bhava states. So it means lobidada refers to what? Loba. Sarajati di sarogo. Sarajati in Myanmar it is said Alonzo Tammetai. Tammetai. Tammet. Cling to. We cling to something. So raga is it's derived from the ranch. Okay, the root is a ranch. Ranch means so if we use if we want to color the cloth, then we have to use the dye. So that dye is also called a raga because it can color. Okay, the property, the cloth or whatever.
So Sayadaw,
yes.
sorry. Here, what does mean this sa here? Is a saha or
Sarajati Lonzwa Dametai. Lonzwa.
or
Sa, you have to divide the sun raga, sun plus raga. Okay. The preface is the sun.
yeah. So in this case, what does mean the sun here? Because sun has meaning, you know.
Sun has not a simple attachment, heavy or stronger attachment, stronger. Some also we sometimes we say well, right? But here is in the sense of strong in a stronger manner. So sun Nigida is elided, and then A is lengthened. That's why in this way we got the Saraga. Saraga. Sarajati. Okay, Sarajanagaro, the manner of strong attachment is called Sarajana. And then Sarajitadam. Sarajita Sabhavo Sarajitad. So here also Sarajita also we can understand as a lobita. Okay, lobi. Sarajita refers to the lova samyutta jita or person who is with the lova. So raga. So lova and raga, which one is stronger? In this sense. Lova and raga. So lova is just here, according to this definition, lova is just wanting, desiring. Okay. So, but the raga is what? Getting stronger and stronger. Stronger condition, stronger in terms of the level. That is a raga. So, Sarajanakaro, Sarajitata. Then next one is Abhijja Yanatina. Abhijja. Abhijja you already know. Okay, this because of the raga. So firstly, there you can understand lova, raga, and abhijja. Okay, lova maybe just initial arising of the lova in our mind. Then raga is repeatedly arising of the lova. Then abhijja is so it remain in our mind. Okay, because it happens again and again. Because we let the lova happens in our mind or thought process again and again. So that's why it became a habitual action in our mind. So because we already give the way for the lova to rise or to deeply rooted. So that's why we see others' properties, others' belonging, possessions and possessions. We stare. Okay, we stare. So not just simply looking at abhijja. Okay, abhijja yanatina. Abhijja. Una loba wajani karana vodamiwa. So what is that? Una, again, loba wajani in the in using the word loba, okay, in karanan, the reason vodamiwa has been said. So the reason or the saying loba again has been said. already. Odameva has been already said. So that is, to understand this, we have to look back. Dhammasaṅgaṇī, page number, paragraph number 389. Dhammasaṅgaṇī, paragraph number 389. Because where it is. Wait a moment. Dhammasaṅgaṇī, paragraph number 389. You see, page number 94, paragraph number 389. There are loba. Kadamo doesn't mean sami lobo hoti, like that, the Buddha said. Yo doesn't mean sami lobo. Firstly, the Buddha said lobo, lobana, lobitata, 3 words. Then for the raga, sarogo, sarajana, sarajitata, 3 words. Then aveja, lobo, akusalāni. So the Buddha said again loba. Previously also the Buddha already said loba, lobo, lobana, lobitata. But here also again said lobo, akusalāni. So what is the reason why the Buddha said there loba again? So as we have studied previously in the Mano-Manayatana, okay, in the Mano-Manayatana, in the Kusala session, paragraph number 6, okay, paragraph, Dhammasaṅgaṇī, paragraph number 6, page number 18. Then there the Buddha said about the citta. Yes, me yandasmi sami citta mano manasa khadayam bandaram. And then the Buddha said again, mano manayatana. Okay, mano manayatana. So in this context, the Buddha commentator explained that so mano should not be translated alone. Mano is a modifier of the manayatana. So manayatana, which is called the mano. Okay, mano. If we translate like this, mano manayatana. So manayatana, which is known as a mano. Or manindriya, which is known as a mano, like that. So also here, in this sense, the lobo akusala mula. Loba, which is known as the root of akusala. Okay, the root of akusala. The root of immoral action, immoral consciousness. So like that, so that in order to remind the reader, commentator here, just simply mention loba vajani karana vodamiva. So the reason for saying loba again has been said. Okay, this word.
Oh, so Sayadaw?
Yes.
According to the original text, the 389. So can we understand in this way, like a lobo, lupana, lubitatāṃ is one level, and the sarago, sarajanam, sarajitatāṃ is another level. Yeah. Abhija is the last level.
Yes. And then, and also it serves as a root of akusala. Lobo akusala. Like that. So, so this is one of the significance of the Dhammasaṅgaṇī Pāļi. Dhammasaṅgaṇī Pāļi. So when we are studying Dhammasaṅgaṇī in our monastery education center, then we think, oh, why this Pāļi, Dhammasaṅgaṇī Pāļi, repeat the same thing again and again. So if we say loba alone, also okay. So we think it is a difficult for, we have a difficult translations for the Dhammasaṅgaṇīpāḷi in Myanmar. So we have to learn by heart all the word lobo and lobana, lobidatan, sarago, sarajana, something like that. So in our mind, it happened like that. So if we have only one word, it will be shortened and also understandable. Why the Buddha? Why the Buddha repeat the same thing for many times in many words? But later on, we come to realize that. So it has a different aspects or different levels, right? So that's why. So understanding also may have a different level. So that's
yes,
why the Buddha use different terms referring to the same thing. Okay.
So I think this translation is not only happens in Burmese, even like in English or Chinese, when we translate, we have to find almost synonyms. So it depends on our native language. So if we are expert in our native language, we maybe translate it in a very good way. But if we are not expert, we cannot.
Yeah, sometimes we may just change synonymous or synonyms with the synonyms. But one thing we have to understand is it is not just a synonyms. It has a deeper meaning. So like that. So when I read Dhammajagabodhana Sutta about the Nibbana, what Yamewa, what about the Nirodha Satya. So Chago Badinesago Mukti Analayo, like that. So 4 words are given there. Chago Badinesago Mukti Analayo, like that. So firstly, when I read, they are the same thing. So why the Buddha say 4 words? But when I happen to listen the talk or the bhikkhu, what Ajahn Brahm as well as yeah, Ajahn Brahm's talk. So maybe many years ago, and I came to realize it has a many. It is meaningful. It is a meaningful nirvana. Aspect of the nirvanas are there. Jaga is the one aspect. Mukti, Padinesago, Mukti, Analayo, like that. So there is a one very famous Buddhist scholar. Is that the bhikkhu name is Bhikkhu Nalayo, right? Nale. He contributed a lot of good book. So it's part in Bali, Sanskrit, Chinese as well, I think. So very good book, very good author.
But I heard he's not an expert in Chinese, but even he compared many Chinese like Sanskrit suttas compared with Bali. But what I heard is he has a translator who helped him to translate from Chinese into English.
Really?
Yeah, because the old Chinese is not easy to understand, even for us also. Especially like a Buddhist text.
So if we read, for example, I read Majjhima Nikaya, so he make a comparative study of the Majjhima Nikaya and Madhyagama, something like that. So there are 2 volumes, very good books. So there I found, it's part. I think it's part in, but I'm not sure the way he is conducting that kind of a research work.
Yeah, because my friend told me for them, they have a translator.
Oh.
Because as we know, if we want to be a master in another foreign language, actually it takes years.
Sure.
Yeah. So for them, it's not like that.
So very difficult to be master in one language. Right? One of my very first English teacher, when I study English, so after maybe 2 or 3 months, so maybe I'm getting very familiar with the English language. Then they say, he said, Hussein, to understand the language is not difficult, but to be expert is very, very difficult. Even though the whole life you devote, you may not be expert in a language. So that's why what you need to do is continuously, so continue, don't stop studying any language. If you like to study one language, don't stop your studying. Okay, so only then you gradually your understanding will be deeper and deeper, and then maybe very close to become an expert. But it's very difficult, he said. So, because for the Myanmar people also like that, even though they are speaking in Myanmar language, but they may not be called as an expert, because there are many words that we don't know, even in Myanmar language. So here, so with the word Puna Loba Vajane Karana Hoda Miwa, this is a very reference, something like a what a cross reference. Okay, so in the books they write a cross reference, see whatever in the previous page and so on.
So Sayadaw.
Yes.
So the word karanang refers to the akusala mula.
Karanam is the reason. The reason of saying the word loba again.
But then the reason to say the word loba again.
Yeah.
So here,
because if you compare with the Pali text, it will be okay. Loba akusala mula, like that. Loba, the same word mentioned 2 times. In the very beginning, 1 time, and then the second last as a second last as a 1 time. Loba akusala mula. So here you don't need to translate the loba as a loba alone separately. Here you have to translate the loba as the root of akusala. Okay.
Yeah, so but then in that Pali sentence, Puna loba vajane karanang vuktamewa. So that sentence means the reason is said again in the word loba. So, you know,
has been said. Hodamewa means has been said.
So what is that reason? You know, the reason is said again, has been said again. So what is that reason? So, you know,
that reason you can look back on the page number Atasalini page number where maybe you look at the Atasalini page number paragraph number better, okay, no? Paragraph number 6. Okay, Atasalini paragraph number 6. Let me check which page. Mano Manayadana. Okay, Mano Manayadana. Mano Manayadana. Where is it? In the Nadi Sawara. Okay, Nadi Sawara, page number 185. Page number 185. Okay, you got it. Page number 185. The word, the similar is a Mano Manayadana. You can you locate the word, the page?
Yeah, I'm still opening.
Because I'm opening the books, so it's quicker than you.
So 185.
Yeah.
Is the mano manayadanan
Yeah,
the
got it.
itapana there.
Yeah. Ida bana manogahanam. So taking the word mano. Okay, manogahana, taking the word mano. Manasiwa ayatana bhava dipanatha. Okay. Dipanatha means in order to show the state of the being basis for the mind. So otherwise, if you say mano manayatana, so mano is one thing, manayatana is another thing. Then you can say the base of the mind, manayatana. The base of the mind is heart. Okay, you are taking the base of the mind as a heart, or sometimes you can take as a head or brain. But here is not like this. Mind itself is a manayatana. Okay, so if we study ayatana, 12 bases ayatanas are there. Then manayatana is for the 89 chittas. Okay, for the 89 chittas. So that's why mano eva manayatana, like that. Mano eva ayatana manayatana. So here this reason, the same is a called karana over there.
I see.
Manogahana, manasiva, ayatana bhava, dipanat.
But then Sayadaw, so for example, in the word akusala mulang, right? Akusala mulang.
Akusala mula is akusala sa mula, or the root of akusala. So lobha as the root of akusala. Okay.
Also in the word manayatana, that is the what kind of samasa is it? Manayatana. It should be kammadaraya, but so
Mano eva ayatana manayatana.
yes. But then in the akusala mula, that is not our dharana kammadaraya.
This is different types of the compound, and the different context. Is also is a different context. So mano eva manaya mano. So but the translation we have to know. So mano manayatana known as manayatana, which is known as mano.
Yes. So yes. So because Sayadaw said that according to the explanation on page 6, right? The word mano is repeated again, just to show that the manayatana is mano. It's
Yeah.
not the base of the mind, but it's the mind is the base, right? So that's the reason why. Yeah, that's the reason why the word mano is repeated, right?
Yeah.
But then in the word in this context, in the akusala lobo akusala mulang, then when we it looks like we don't have the same reason here, because akusala mulang, right? It's akusala mulang is the root of akusala. When we read it, we don't have, you know, that mistake. We don't see it like in the case of mano manayatana.
That what lobo akusala mulam, and then we don't see what this mistake.
Yes, because we don't see that. So in the manayatana, we can see, we can think. If we don't know, we can think that manayatana means the base of the mind, and that's that one can think that is the heart's base, or it can be the brain, if we read that word. But and then that's the reason why the word mano has to mention, right? But then here, when we look at the word akusala mula, that there is no mistake can be made. We know that that is the root of akusala.
But the root of akusala are three.
Yes, but in this context, because we already say loba and so on, all of them.
Over there also mind context. The context is a context of the citta. So very clear. Over there also the context is the citta. So that's again, we can take it like that, right?
But then because so we have like 12 ayatana, right? And then when we say manayatana, we know exactly what ayatana we're talking about.
Yeah, that is okay. What ayatana is no problem. But the problem is the base of the mind. Okay, the base of the mind. So if we take the base of the mind, so then there can arise a problem. So that's why the word mano is necessary to add over there. Here also, if we leave alone, loba alone, loba, we translate the loba alone and then akusala mula alone separately, then there may arise may rise a misassumption or wrong assumption. Oh, loba is one thing, akusala mula is another thing. Okay, so that's why not to confuse it. Akusala mula is loba akusala mula. Okay, loba is akusala mula here.
Okay. I mean, I just don't see them the same, but okay.
Yeah, but the reason, the point is that so in Myanmar we have a saying like this: "Pause lo jiao you tu." So I think you have ever seen that the picture of a cat. So Myanmar, because we have some kind of medicine like that in the traditional medicine. So if we tattoo, a kind of a tattoo, if we have a tattoo, if we draw a tattoo on our leg, okay, the tattoo of the cat, okay, cat is very light, to climb up or to jump or whatever, even though it fall down from the high place and then no damage at all. So that's why in order to lighten, in order not to be heavy, so when we go or when we jump or when we climb up a tree, then Asian people usually they have a tattoos, cat tattoos on their legs, on their thighs, on their legs. That's a go what the pause lo da jiao you tu le. But then another it follows with another word. Say jiao bu le. Because of the tattoo, it became more heavy. Right? So with the purpose to make it not to make oneself not too heavy, not to be heavy, then they make a tattoo of the cat. But because of this tattoo, they become more heavy. They are heavier than before. So also here, because of the word lobuna loba wajane karana odambiwa, because of this word, it became more complicated. Community, I just want to make you make us clarify, make us clear.
I see. So basically, just go back to the root. That's what it means. The original. Just to get the attention of the reader back to what it is.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. So yeah.
So this is also one of the Asian way of getting, drawing the attention of the people, attention of the reader.
But Sayadaw, this attention is so far. You see, it is
Yeah.
maybe
So-
for us it's very difficult to locate the whales.
So that's why I need to explain you, right? That's why I need to explain you.
Almost
Okay,
more than
please,
100 pages.
please look back at Dhammasaṅgaṇī, page number, paragraph number, something like that. So at least we, it is better for us to read together with the Pali and commentary. Pali book open one side and the commentary book in another side. So then we can, we will stay in touch, okay, with the ordinary content or not original context.
Yes, so Sayadaw, you see, even now we are studying, but when we go back to read some paragraph or something, for me, it looks everything is new.
Yeah. So, but it makes, how to say, because of the cross-reference, it refresh, okay? Because we have studied already this point, but maybe a long time ago. So that's why do refresh, right? You have to go back at paragraph page number 188, right? 188 or what? Akusalāni. I forgot. 185. So then we can compare the context as well as we can do have some understanding about the reason of the why the loba is repeated. The word loba is repeated there. So akusalāni dhammulan di akusala mulan, or akusalāna wa mulan akusala mulan. Akusala mula, you can make a two types of the compound. Okay, kammadariya, simple kammadariya samasa, as well as chati tapurisa samasa. Akusalāna mulan akusala mulan. Okay, let's go to moha. That is about the loba. So regarding the moha, the page number, paragraph number 390. Right, 390, right? 398. Jnana dasana padibakado ajnanan adasana. Ajnanan adasana, also you can pronounce ajnanan adasana. So because here the commentator want to mention that jnana is a jnana, dasana is kept as a dasana, but for the preface commentator use padipaka. Okay, so it means is in the sense of the padipaka, opposite or contrary to seeing, or opposite to seeing, opposite to knowing. That is called an ajnana adasana. It is moha. So regarding the what, the sentence, following sentence, there is a problem. Abhimukho hodawa dhammena na sameti na samagacchati di anabhi samayo. So anabhi samayo, the what you can divide as abhisamaya, na abhisamaya. Okay, na plus abhisamaya. So abhi is explained with the abhimukho. Abhimukho. Abhimukha means facing or directing our mind or facing towards something. Abhimukha. So, and then samaya, regarding the samaya, so samadhi, it is interpreted as a samadhi. Samadhi you may confuse with the samatha. Okay, so that's why commentator again add another word, samma gacchati. Samma gacchati. So in your book, what does it be there? Abhimukho hodawa dhammena na samedi na samma gacchati ti anavisamayo. Is it like that?
Yes, the same as your Sayadaw.
Okay. So, but in the translations, we have a two Burmese translations. One is a B. Sayadaw's Nitaya, another is a Bhadadika Sayadaw's Nitaya. So in the B. Sayadaw's Nitaya, he used Abhimukho Hodawa, that's okay. Instead of Dhammena, Sayadaw used Dhamme only, locative, accusative, with the accusative case ending. So here also in the footnote, there we have a variant reading. One is Dhamme Si Ka. Si is a Sinhali, Sri Lanka version. And also Ka means Kataji. Ka refers to the what? Burmese manuscripts. In some Burmese manuscripts we have
It says Kataji, I think it refers like the fifth Sangayana's version, the old versions. Kataji.
No, the one thing is the Chattasangayana version is based on the base test for the Chattasangayana is a fifth Sangayana version.
Yeah, but there are some changes also.
Base test, that is a base test. But when they are making editing, they use another manuscripts. So other than there is some publications are there, like a Sudamawadi or another publications are there. Okay, so then they use this publication, the Sudamawadi or whatever press, another press. So they are used as a Kataji, and also manuscripts, Burmese manuscripts are also there. So that's why. So Ka does not refer to the fifth Sangayana edition. Because the fifth Sangayana edition is used as a base test. So here also, Abhimukho Hodawa Dhammena. Dhammena and Dhamme. So without them, it appear in this edition with the instrumental case. But in the Asian Kataji, as well as in the Sri Lankan version, there is with the Dhamme. And then surprisingly, Sayadaw's and Nitaya Sayadaw's, Nitaya Sayadaw, as well as the Bhadadika Sayadaw, they prefer with the accusative case ending, not with the instrumental case ending. Nasamedi, Dhammena Nasamedi. Nasamedi, sometimes we say Samedi Samato, like that. It is not the root, Samu, Sam, but the commentator want to say Samma Gacchati, Sam A Gacchati. Okay, so the meaning is to go, not to quench, not to come down. It means, it shows that in the word Samaya, we have to understand that some plus E surface, some preface, E is a root. Okay, the root E. E means to go, E can they meet. The root is in the sense of to go.
Yeah, I guess maybe because of the word sang, Sayadaw.
Mm.
So it has the meaning of together, right? Together. So that's why
Mm.
some Sayadaws would prefer the accusative case.
Mm.
But
That
then
may.
if the root, just the root e, then we can use the accusative case, but it go to somewhere.
Yeah. We go through the Dhamma.
No, sound, that one is an instrument.
Mm. And also the another word. So nasamedi is okay. Regarding the na samagachati. Okay, with the S-A-M-A lao, like that, samagachati. But Bhadadika Sayadaw, his suggestion is that it should be samagachati with the double am. Samagachati, not samagachati, like that. Dhammi nasamedi na samagachati. Not like that. The Bhadadika Sayadaw suggests like that. Samagachati means go together, reach together. So Sayadaw suggests that the samagachati. But the Bhinidaya Sayadaw didn't say anything about the samagachati. Sayadaw only used the word dhammi only. Maybe the other time the Sayadaw is translating, the Sayadaw is translating. The reference, the source book, the base text for him is, I think, it belongs to some of the Katachi, Katachi Bhashya.
But it's kind of strange, right, Sayadaw? So according to, as Sayadaw said, according to the Pasatika Sayadaw, he said that it should be samma, right? Samma.
Yeah.
But then when we read this sentence, we can see that the na samma or samma or whatever, gacchati, that word is the explanation of the word na sameti, right?
Yeah.
And then,
Yes.
so does that mean that according to the Pasatika Sayadaw, he explained the sang in the samadhi as a samma?
Yeah.
And we know that those two are not the same, right? Because, for example, like the one of the we call our Buddha Samma Sambuddho. So Samma and Sam, those two are different.
Yeah. So what is we have a prefixes, right? Babra, Nini, Udu, Sam, we, like that, the list of the prefix, Upasara. So I think we have the meaning of the prefixes, okay, also available in some books. And I think I have a found in English also. English grammar, one English grammar book. I think Beniyola's Pali grammar or something like that. So the meaning, the possible meaning of the word some prefixes are collected there. So we have to check there whether some in one context or in some context there is in the sense of the samma or not. But the in the explanation of the Sayadaw, some people do what? Samedi, samedi, sa-i, and it is a synonym. Samma is a synonym for the sam. Like that he said. So it means it is samma. The previous sign is in the sense of the samma. So his reference is that Where Anudiga, he got a reference, or the Anudiga, where it is. Let me check Anudiga. Anudiga, when the Anudiga explained this word, Abhimukha bhavena sammawa eti kati bhaujaditi abhisamayo, like that. Okay, and this one Abhimukha bhavena sammawa, like that. Anudiga explain the word sam as a samma, right? So you may get a reference from Anudiga. I don't know where it is. Anudiga, okay, God. Let me check. Oh.
You have the page, Sayadaw.
Anudiga page number, I found what I found is 127. 127. Anudiga, Dhammasaṅgaṇī Anudiga. I don't, because what I read is from the Dhammasaṅgaṇīpāḷi, Sayadaw, but the Sayadaw where he take from which page he take, I don't know. Abhimukha bhavena. Let me see. Page, I will type as such. Abhimukha.
I
Bhavena.
don't see it here. Sayadaw says yes, the same paragraph, 390.
And you can see 67 in the explanation of the word abhisamayo. Anudiga with page number 67.
67.
67. Yeah. Yeah. There is a abhisamayo. Samayo.
Abhimukha bhavena sammawa eti gacchati bhaujati ti abhisamayo.
Here is the difference is anabhisamayo only. You got it, that part?
Yeah, Sayadaw.
Yeah. Ahana. So there you see, abhisamaya is abhi is abhimukha, samaya. The previous sign is a samma, and then the root is edabo. Okay, adi. The root is eat. Adi.
Yeah.
Like that. So Sayadaw take a reference from that one. Bhadadiga Sayadaw. That's why he said that it would be better with the samma, okay, instead of saying samma gacchati, like that. Very interesting, right?
And that's kind of strange, right, Sayadaw? Because when we say we said earlier that the panya and moha, they are opposite. It's not just not knowing, right? Opposite. But if we use this definition, then we just say in that the is not means just not. Then it's just saying that there is no wisdom. It doesn't mean that it's moha. Moha is not just no wisdom. It's the opposite of wisdom.
Yeah, the interpretation, the explanation is patipaka. It is explained with the patipaka. Patipaka means the contrary, opposite.
Yes. But yeah, so if we use this definition, we say na samma gacchati, so it just doesn't go correctly or rightly, right? So it's just the opposite. It's not the opposite.
No, that what Nabi Samayo does not go correctly, rightly. Go means knowledge. To go is to know.
Yes, but then
Yeah.
so it doesn't know, right?
Edi avisamedi, to go to know. So not rightly know. Not rightly know the Dhammas. Okay. So this who I leave for later discussion. Okay. Very interesting point here. I found that. So Sayadaw has a different opinions because they are in the large number of the texts, then they may contain some mistakes, but it shows that one mistake speaks a lot. Okay,
Yeah.
so in the Kajayana grammar, that's why they say Ato Akara Sanyado, right? So yeah, the meaning should be known through the words, through the letters. So if letters are kept in a improper manner, then the meaning will be broken. Akara vipadiya hi atasa donayata hoti. The meaning will be difficult to know. So here is a very good example here because of the some words. So they have a different meaning, but the meaning is stay there, right? Not changing. Anavisamaya, you're talking about the Anavisamaya. Collective meaning is still okay.
Yeah, I kind of see the reason why the Pasatika Sayadaw says that we should use the Samma Gacchati, because Sayadaw just wanted to use the word Dhamme in the accusative case, right? But then if we don't use that meaning, then the word Dhamme should be Dhammena, right? Because it doesn't go together with the Dhamma, which is the good Dhamma. Yeah.
So except is okay. It's in so Abhimuga Hodwa Dhammena Nasamena Samagajit. Except is okay.
Yeah.
Right? So it bear its own meaning. Rather because of we have a different different translation books, and then translation scholars also they can ignore actually, right? They can ignore it, no problem, but they just let us know. So there is this point. So Asian text we have like this or like that. So it is in accordance with the Diga or Anudiga, something like that. He just let us know. So to take or to leave is up to us. Okay. So thank you so much for discussion. And then with that, let us stop by saying Buddha Sasana Jidan Ditatu. Buddha Sasana Jidan Ditatu. Buddha Sasana Jidan Ditatu. Buddha Sasana Jidan Ditatu. Sadhu. Sadhu. Sadhu.
Yeah.
Sadhu. Thank you so much,
Sayadaw.
Yes, good luck.
Good night, Sayadaw.
Good night.